Hey everyone, it's Mr. Bugaboo here, and here's another commentary. I'm playing Headquarters with an ACR, 5 hand-sliding power ninja with red dot, and I have a replica, the secondary. And I do pretty well in this game, and it's just because I'm not rushing like blindly anyway. Sometimes I do make that mistake, and I pay dearly for it. Sometimes I don't. This was a game I got a while ago, and because of Modern Warfare 3 coming out, I want to try to get, you know, like maybe 6 more commentaries until Modern Warfare 3 comes out, just because I have some good games here and there. And lately I haven't been doing so well just because, I don't know, not really focused or just trying to have fun search and destroying. Unless I do extremely well, I don't typically post one. I do believe I have maybe once. I don't know for sure. But I really wish that I could just bring some entertaining games. I'm a big fan of Call of Duty, but I believe Modern Warfare 3 will probably be like either a big disappointment or a really fantastic game. Most likely it's going to play out how Modern Warfare 2 did, just a little bit better. People are going to hate it, but most people will just stick with it because it's a better game than what Treyarch's going to bring out, and no one really can compete with it. And the stupidest thing is, oh, Battlefield, that's got to be better. No, it's not. It's not going to be, like, a matter of opinion on which one's better, and most of the time Call of Duty is probably going to win because it's high action franchise started before then. Pretty sure you know, Battlefield 1984 or 1943, whatever it was, didn't come out until after COD 4, and COD 4 was the biggest success there. And Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 2 was amazing, which came out with the Xbox. So I don't think any particular game is going to overthrow Call of Duty's magnificence in the gaming industry until Xbox 720 comes out. It has to be one from a different console because this has been so widely known, and a lot of people hate it, but there's so many diehard fanboys out there that it won't really be able to get stopped now or maybe ever. It just depends on how Infinity Ward does it. If they rip us off again like they did with Modern Warfare 2, even though Modern Warfare 2 is a great game, it has lots of flaws that is because of neglected software developers. If they would have actually been, you know, updating stuff, I believe the last thing they ever updated was like the care package glitch where you run really fast. I don't know, man. They really stupid how they didn't really help it out at all. I mean, we complain about the noob tubes, they didn't do anything about that. We complain about Commando, they still didn't do anything about that. And every game they bring out the M16, which is something that everyone's just gonna bitch about. And I don't understand why they bitch about it so much, because an M4 and an M16 is practically the same, you know, has the same amount of accuracy. It's in real life, it's the same exact gun, and M16's 3 burst doesn't even exist. It's just retarded. So I don't really understand why people have to complain. There's so many different guns. Like what Modern Warfare 2 did get right is that there's such a wide variety. Like you need to have those 10 classes because you really can't pick what class you want. You know, like I don't typically like using the same class over and over again. There's so many different guns there to choose from. So that's something that they definitely got right, was you know, equaling out the different guns. But what they didn't do right was not supporting it at all. But I'm happy that at least we're going to be able to have some control over the game, because we can make private matches and, you know, have a fun time with that, and it might even be incorporated into the actual game. So that's gonna be interesting, and I really am looking forward to that one game where you have to pick out the dog tags. It's like confirm kill or something like that. So that's gonna be really fun, I think. I think it might encourage people to not camp as much, or at least it might encourage people to camp, but camp in closer areas, like areas where you might be able to get flanked by, thrown a grenade into, or whatever. You'll probably be camping with a submachine gun around close quarters, and probably trying to get as high as they probably can. And I can already predict that there's gonna be a few people who have got their game at midnight or before a week early, because they paid more for it, or they work at a gaming store, and they're just gonna just destroy everyone who just got the game that day, and they couldn't play it until they got home from school or from work, and they're just gonna get the Juggernaut suit, and they're gonna be even more invincible. The Juggernaut suit is where they have a riot shield and a Juggernaut suit, so they have like 16 times health, I think. And could you imagine having against that? I mean, I think after a couple of weeks, people will probably start figuring out, oh yeah, let's just use our RPGs and team up against them and be able to talk to each other. But if it's gonna all depend on whether or not you're gonna be running in a full party, and you're probably gonna wanna, tell your friends, oh, let's, play Modern Warfare 3 on the opening day with, just have all 5 of us or 6 of us play, and if anyone gets that Juggernaut suit, we can talk to each other, and if anyone gets high air support, you can try to take it out together, I guess. And maybe that's gonna happen, maybe it won't. I don't think that's gonna happen for many people, except for people who typically run with groups. I don't typically do. I mean, there's times where I am with the group, and there's times when I'm not with a group, and most of the time I'm not with a group. But I always like playing with friends. It's one of the best things about Xbox. But if you invite people, sometimes they'll join, sometimes they won't, and it saddens me whenever they don't. But that's what it is all about, man. You can remove them, which I've done before. It's to a point where, you know what, you don't want to play with me, why should I want to be your friend still? And just remove. What's the whole point, being a friend if you're not going to talk to them, I guess. But I really hope that it works out fun, great. First day, no glitches found. There's probably gonna be one of those few people who's gonna be like a level 40 first day because they got at midnight. Those little no-lifers really suck. And I don't understand why they never release it on like a Friday at 4 so everyone can play it, except for those few people who get off of work at 5 or something like that late. Because it's really annoying to have to go to school and see 10, 12 people absent because they like, okay, I want to play COD all day, I'm gonna have a great time. It's like so bad for not going, but I don't want to go to midnight on a school night. Let's just choose school over video games. Unless it deals with homework, which is stupid, but I do anyway. But what are you gonna do? Homework or video games? It's gonna be more homework after video games. If you really like it. Is Modern 3 going to do better than Modern 2? I'm almost 100% sure it will, unless people start complaining about the kill streaks being overpowered or not as fun as Modern 2's. But when you think about it, only fun ones were Chopper Gunner, AC-130, Takeoff. The airstrikes are coming back, and I don't know if people are actually going to be able to do very well with them or not. We'll see. I know all the kill streaks of the guns. It's probably going to be a great time, and I hope